everybody, how are you all? It's week 2 on the No More Mummy Tummy Challenge Taster Series, and I thought we could kick off this week with a chat about nutrition, okay? Because there's something what's really important, but we tend to over focus or sometimes under focus on our nutrition. And so where I come from and where I have been probably, for a good time now is moderation with everything, okay? And we need to eat and exercise the way we can maintain it forever, which is why I don't say, doing too much exercise, pushing yourself really hard, because that's not something we can maintain for a long time. Also, cutting things out is not necessarily healthy and mentally healthy also, and again, it's not something we can maintain for the long term, and that's where all our fitness programs come from. It's never extreme measures, because I believe, after being in the fitness industry for a very long time now, that we need to look at ways to maintain long-term healthy fitness and mind and body. Okay, so in terms of nutrition for your core, what is the best? Okay, so I'll give you a couple of little guidelines. Drinking enough water, reducing sugar, reducing processed foods, reducing adrenal stimulators. That is massive as we start to get older and go into perimenopause. And remember, we can start to go into perimenopause from as early as 34 and 36, but most of us start to go into it from 38. And the last one is portion control. Okay, but in terms of alcohol, chocolate, biscuits, that tends to be it in terms of foods we can often overeat and overconsume. It's just about moderation. So we just look at your whole weekly plan and see where we can cut back, and things on what we need to cut back for that optimal health. Okay, so also ideally, we can all, it's very different if we're breastfeeding. If we're breastfeeding, we need generally more regular snacks throughout the day and eating when we are hungry, providing we are hydrated. Okay, so let's start there with hydration. So you all need to be drinking around about 1.8 to 2 litres a day, especially if exercising, of water. And if you're not managing that, then that's something that you probably need to try and increase, because it's going to decrease you craving sugar, it's going to decrease fatigue, and also if we drink enough, we're going to increase energy and perhaps choose better foods. So that's first and foremost, okay? So I'd say if you're struggling with your nutrition, not sure you're eating right, let's make sure your water's right first. Okay, and then this is where it starts to change for everybody, because some people don't wake up hungry in the morning. So if you're one of those people, that's fine, okay? Some of my friends, you can do a short fasting, especially if you're not breastfeeding. This is for non-breastfeeding women who aren't pregnant. That's fine if you want to have a later sort of brunch at around about 11 o'clock. If you wake up hungry, that is your kickstart to tell you that you need breakfast, okay? And breakfast, if you can, start off savory, so we're not starting off the day sweet. For those of you, again, with the nutrition options in the No More Mummy Tummy Challenge, you've got full meal plans, you've got full nutrition guides in there. There's lots of suggestions for breakfast, lunches, dinners. If you're a vegetarian, you just swap around the protein portion to meet what you're eating in terms of your vegetarian options. So that might be eggs, it might be, some of you might eat fish, it's probably going to be cheese, it could be nuts, etc. So that's where you want to just swap and change things around if you're getting ready to plan the No More Mummy Tummy Challenge. So think about how you feel around your food. Now, for me, when I was running around with the kids, very, very young, I would often start to get hungry around about 11 or 12 o'clock after having a breakfast. So I would often have lunch there or a snack. Now, nowadays, I'm not getting hungry. You know, I can go through probably till 1, 1:30 most days. So that's when I'll eat. So it's all about just making those changes. And I certainly stay hydrated. I've always been pretty good with my water. Lunch is different. Okay, lunch is where we're often busy. You can be breastfeeding, looking after kids. Often it's good there to have a leftover dinner meal to make sure that you're getting your protein in. Otherwise, I would throw myself a couple of eggs into a pan and fry them, have with a piece of toast, or I'd actually sometimes just do 2 pieces of bacon with that. Something that's very, very quick. If I've got some tuna mixed up, I might just do tuna and crackers. So your lunches, you know, don't think, and we can get, and again, it's different with seasons. In New Zealand, we're very seasonal with what's in our shops. I know that's different in the UK, where I used to be from, because you can just get anything at any time of the year. But now with COVID as well, there's a lot of things that are stretched in other parts of the world, so it's probably just making do. So thinking about that tins of tuna mixed up with store-bought mayonnaise, that's absolutely fine. Just mix it up and have it with some crackers, put some tomatoes in there if you can. So let's just try and think about keeping things quite simple with your protein, carbs and nutrients, because we can get them in there. Again, if you're not hungry in the afternoon, try and not snack just because of boredom or stress. Have a glass of water, have a cup of tea, and then we come to those dinners at night. What a lot of women tend to fall into the trap of is eating too late and waiting for husband to arrive, which is great. I really get that we need to eat together, but actually, because you're busy now running around looking after kids, we start to get very, very hungry from 4:30 till 5 o'clock. And if we're not eating dinner, that's when we can start to snack off the kids' food. So sometimes it's better to prepare the meal a little bit earlier, and then when hubby comes in later on, if you're not getting to sit down till 7 o'clock, that's when you could have a cup of tea with him, or, you know, have a piece of fruit, have some yogurt with him. So you're still sitting down together, but you've already had your dinner option early on. It's just one thing to think about, because you can start to consume a lot of food between 2 and 6 because you're super hungry. And that can be in terms of how much you're consuming more than dinner, and then you're still going to have your dinner as well. So just be aware of that. Any questions about your nutrition, let me know. Remember, the guidelines are all there to follow in the No More Mummy Tummy Challenge. In terms of what I said about reducing sugar, where does sugar like to sit? On our stomach muscles, okay? Also, other foods can increase bloating. Anything that increases bloating, irritation, is going to increase fluid around the stomach area, which starts to prevent the brain from connecting with your core muscles. So we do need to watch that. I would say if you want to make a difference, we can't spot reduce, we know that, but reducing your sugar will really help you see a difference in terms of your weight and how and where you carry it in your body. So let's have a go at that. My daughter, actually, my almost 13-year-old, has just done the whole of June sugar-free. It's amazing. She's very, very determined. So she's done that. So hopefully she won't be craving the sugar as much. We've certainly had to make do with a few meltdowns, I tell you. Okay, but try for these next 2 weeks, when we go into the No More Mummy Tummy Challenge, to really think about that water that you're drinking, if you really are hungry, and reducing the sugar content. Okay, also as well, you know, some women ask about pasta and rice. You know, I say they're all fine once a week. Again, it's about moderation. As long as we're not eating something every day, and at each meal. Same with bread. You know, if you're going to have it at breakfast, don't then have it at lunch and dinner as well. Or if you want that sandwich at lunch, Don't have toast in the morning. You know, just mix it up. Let's mix things up too. Dinner times. Mums, I often see portion sizes the same size as our partners. Our partners are generally 10 to 15 kilos, if not more, heavier than us, and they're taller than us. They metabolize food very, very different. Male body works very different to a female body. We don't need as much food as them. If you're having the same portion as your partner, let's start to reduce that carbohydrate portion by half. From the start, maybe even from this week, but certainly from the start of the No More Mummy Tummy Challenge. Okay, any questions about nutrition? Let me know in the comments, anything that you want to know. Hopefully you've started to do those 2 exercises, what I emailed to you on Saturday, I think it was. Yeah, and any questions? Also, guys, we've got about 100 places left on the No More Mummy Tummy Challenge. So if you want to get in on that and book your place and also get ready to prepare for it properly, choose your levels, etc., which we're going to go through tomorrow, make sure you're booking your place and reserving your place on the challenge, and you can do that on the website. Okay, everybody, thanks for watching and listening. Any questions, let me know. Have a fantastic week and a great day. I'll talk to you all soon. Bye, everyone.